The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa broke ground in June 2010 and will be substantially complete in late September 2015, when it will begin pre-revenue service. 6 new stations have been built as part of this phase of the line. Each provides a unique experience through the work of public artists. Artists were selected by the respective station city to create artwork that represents the community, its history, and culture. Over the past few years, the artists have been hard at work in their studios and with their fabrication partners, bringing their initial concepts to fruition, as well as overseeing installation of their artwork at the stations. In this video, we'll visit APU Citrus College Station artist Lynn Goodpasture as she completes preparations and installation of her art pieces at the APU Citrus College Station.
My original intent was to create a feeling of comfort and ease by focusing exclusively on plants and nature. I was inspired initially by Palm Drive, which is a beautiful road that leads up into the mountains from Foothill Boulevard. From those California fan palms, I created a kind of collage effect, which we then translated into the canopy design once we had the architectural details ready to go. Part of the idea was to create a kind of feeling of an oasis, as if you're under a palm-thatched roof in this very hot climate. This is entirely hand-painted, and it was done by one person in Germany, Klaus, who's the master painter in the studio. It was a very, very challenging project because the imagery is so detailed. At the same time, it's soft and flowing. It has to be pretty precisely rendered in order to fit across the whole entire canopy. From there, they will see 4 benches embedded with mosaics, each one featuring a plant that has been associated with the land. I'm holding the original art on paper, which is done with pastel and colored pencils. This is what was sent to Mosaika, and from this paper, they made this interpretation.
This is smalty, which is solid color glass. When we get our shipments in, you can see the variation from tile to tile. Some have streaks or spots, some are more solid. We can't predict that, and we use it to our advantage. When you're working with a mosaic, it's not as straightforward as people assume. Every time you cut a piece of glass, you have to consider how it's going to feel in the piece. It's like making miniature brush strokes. This glass itself has been tumbled, which gives it a matte finish, and it also makes it soft to the touch.
And some of these, as you can see, are less than 1/8 of an inch wide, demanding of the mosaicists great finesse with their tools, with their eyes. Had these designs been being planned for large wall murals, it would have been a much easier process for the mosaicists to fabricate. But they were working with a very, very tiny range and having to do a great range of color changes. I selected these benches for very specific reasons. First of all, I love the simplicity of the form, that the benches are made out of 3 different shapes, and that the shape is like a tulip, so it opens like a flower, and in that sense, it stays with the theme of the artwork. Each bench has a mosaic embedded on the side, one on the left and one on the right, expanding the scope of the art, and also providing for the patron something to see from afar. So as they come onto this very long platform, they'll see the side mosaic in the bench, and it will tell them to go there, that they can be comfortable and that's a destination. The canopy is quite a complex structure with umbrella-like curved struts that come out and block access to the glass openings. To get this glass in properly took very careful thinking on the part of Fred Rezo, the installer. He had to somehow find a way to get these huge, heavy pieces of glass in this very hot condition up and in place. And we're right on the edge of the platform, so they had to actually go out on these lifts around to the top of the glass in order to put each piece in permanently. The 4 benches inlaid with mosaics will be strewn along the platform in a long line from beginning to end of the platform. Around each bench there will be a paved carpet design so that the patron approaching this very long platform can see ahead to where the benches are and understand that there's something up there, an island to go to. When a person is sitting on the bench, they're sitting within the art. So it expands the art outward and makes it a bigger sense of where you are, that you're in the piece. The elements for this station were chosen specifically with the idea of creating a sense of place and a sense of home. Part of the reason for that is that this station is uniquely situated in a residential community where there are colleges and universities. I want the patrons of the trains to experience a feeling of serenity when they step off the train at the end of the day. When they see these beautiful benches with lovely interpretations of nature, I want them to feel that they're home and that they're safe.
The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa is part of the expanding system of rail lines funded by LA County's Measure R. The Foothill Gold Line Construction Authority is responsible for the line's planning, design, and construction. The Construction Authority will be substantially complete with construction in late September 2015, when the agency turns the line over to LA Metro for pre-revenue service. Metro anticipates starting passenger service in 2016. For more information on the Foothill Gold Line, or to view other videos about the project, visit www.foothillgoldline.org.